Moving on with the Fight Back to School series, we have number 2 here from 1992, directed by Gordon Chan. This movie continues on from the first one. It is kind of carefree, it is harmless, and it's kind of fun. We have star Chow here. After the events of the first one, he saved the day, become the hero, become the all-round great cop that we knew he could be. Is almost set back a good chunk when a new commander comes into the police force, who really does prefer his colleague of Tat as the supreme officer. Even though he's the bumbling idiot, she kind of gravitates towards him, worshipping him, and Star is kind of left out of the loop, put down to be a traffic cop, pushed out the way, sidelined and maligned as someone who's just not good enough to even darken Tat's shadow. And it turns out that he gets fed up with this, and ultimately, after one embarrassment too many, leaves the force and decides to spend all his marriage money that he has saved and instead go undercover back into the school to solve a kind of mystery. But there's more going on, and I kind of like the idea that it does follow the tropes that was created in the first one, but it doesn't feel a need to rehash every story beat. The students know who he is, he's undercover, the bad guys have a fair idea who he is. There is also other police officers undercover there again, and we have the situation of Tat being there as he's tasked with being that wonderful cop that we know he isn't, and is kind of almost butting heads a little bit with Star. And it does bring out some natural comedy throughout these moments, which I really did like. But this one is a more kind of comforting nature of falling back in with the characters, with the situations, seeing how they are just dealing with each other, which is utterly wonderful. It's a build-up of a movie. You're watching these characters go through these beats and they never really hit hard. They're just comedic timings or a little bit of fine action before we get to the big explosive action set piece at the end of this one. And it's really quite fun. And we get Ningman Tat in this one, who really gets to show his badass style later on as he is impersonating a Terminator of some sort as he just kind of wanders through this action set piece, laying waste some of the time.
Follow me.
Of course, Star is there as well, and we get the sort of sidelined nature of his relationship that he fought so hard to gain in the first one, which leaves a nice little cliffhanger at the end of this. You get to see him almost make a mistake with another student as he kind of goes into the school and starts to make connections along the way. You get the relationship with him and his school chums from the first one, which is really kind of fun to see them back. They've kind of limited them down a little bit just to a core group, and it becomes something that is effortlessly fun. It's never too serious. It's never one that you're going to go, oh, I need to watch Fight Back to School 2, but while you're watching it, you're enjoying it, the action's fun, the characters are familiar, they're trying something a little bit new with the story, but still keeping it enough within the confines of the first one that it doesn't feel strange or out of place, and it doesn't rehash what came before it, which for me is more important. And it just becomes an entertaining, fun movie.
Bye-bye.
Stephen Chow is really great in this role. His partnership with Ningman Tat is just wonderful. I love them together. I think they're just a great pairing. And I'm kind of curious about part 3, which I'll be checking out very soon. I would love to know your thoughts on Fight Back to School 2 if you've seen it. So let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle, whatever. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, mandifilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.